What's up, guys? Welcome back to the final hour here of Roleplay One Shots. The Good Life. Wheat, take it away.
As you guys exit out of the gorilla pit, the science faculty or facilities, if you will, you immediately know like the outside situation has changed. Like it's not immediately evident, but as I mentioned earlier, you can no longer just hear the silence that was the camp, just the normal ambient sounds that you would normally hear. Now you definitely hear things like crossed in the far distance. You see some smoke to the east, very close to where you even found the hole in the wall, and it's just very evident that like something is not right here. Mitchell, in sort of realizing this, is trying to scurry everyone along to the aquarium.
Okay.
Let's go to the aquarium.
Yeah, we follow Mitchell. What
So,
are the two kids doing? Are they still with us?
I grabbed them. As we walk by them, I grab them in both hands again, and I bring them with us. Why? No one knows at this point.
so, great. Will you guys all roll under fire roll?
Okay. So that is
which
plus
is
cool.
Plus cool.
10, 11.
Okay. So
16.
as you're starting to go back, and we'll kind of use the map here a little bit, but as you guys are heading back, and obviously very alert and attentive to sort of what's going on around you, as you reach the bend right around here, a cross like pops out from the side, and he's sort of bloodied. You can tell he's been like burnt, sort of sooty. And immediately upon seeing that, Sin, you actually are separated from the group a little bit. Like he comes in and he gets in between Shiv, Amber, and Ransom, and then you're sort of separated. The twins are also on your side. What do you do?
This is the Sin?
How close is...
okay.
Is there
everyone? I'm just like, oh god, I have to act. They're all staring at me.
I
I
thought
didn't know
said
whose
Shiv.
choice it was.
No.
So it just that now it is basically Shiv, Amber, and Ransom separated from Shiv and the twins by
Sin-
this cross.
Sin and the
Shiv.
twins.
Sin.
Yeah. Okay.
Sin.
Is the cross like in arm's reach of both of us? Both sides?
Within a few feet, yes.
I guess I just take my knife and like throw it at the guy's head.
Okay. Do you want to do a seize by force for me, please?
Sure. Whoops. 9.
Okay, you get to choose 2.
Inflict terrible harm and take definite hold of the situation.
So your knife does connect. It hits somewhere in the shoulder area, and you do manage to shift the attention to you and away from Sin and the twins.
Okay. By the way, that does 3 harm with my attack. I don't know if that makes any difference, but that's just how much damage that does.
Okay.
Okay.
So he's hurt,
Okay.
but now he's coming towards you.
Yeah, I just kind of back up a little bit and prepare another knife, but someone else can make an action if they'd like.
Okay. Are Sin and the twins on the aquarium side or on?
Imagine you're all on the same path.
Mhm.
And as you were walking in formation, the cross kind of jumped into the line per se. And so behind you is Sin and the twins and the cross.
But like if we continued forward, would we hit the aquarium,
would hit
or
the
if they
aquarium,
continued?
yes, I'm
Okay.
sorry. Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
my bad.
I can't shoot it because behind him is
Well, you
our
could.
peeps.
Well, I'm gonna. So I'm gonna. Am I close enough to touch it? That's what she said.
You are close enough to touch it, but if you do try, I would make you try to touch it under fire.
Okay. I'm going to move the kids out of the way first.
Okay.
So that's gonna be my first action. Is just I'm gonna try to, me and the kids, try to get them away from. I'm gonna like hold their hands and take them away, like
Okay.
not near the zombie.
You're gonna do that
cross
under fire as well.
Okay.
Actually, no. Yeah.
He really wants to kill these little kids.
No.
No,
not
he's
so
at all.
badly.
He's
You are
like, F you,
acting
Tigger
under
and Peter.
fire. You are acting under fire.
They're really only here to be killed. Like,
That's not
They're
true.
just they need to be our sad catalyst, right?
The sad
Here
cat.
for you to protect.
Okay.
Maybe.
What sort of foliage is around us? Like bushes? How did he jump out at us without us seeing?
Well, I mean, in addition to like all the trails, there's a bunch of small buildings, like, yes, there are bushes, it is summertime. So obviously there's the foliage around. You guys
Right.
were walking, you just left the science. You came out to sort of this unknown place that has changed within the 40 minutes that you were inside. He surprised you.
All right. So I rolled an 8, which means which I succeed on doing what I'm trying to do, except for I flinch, hesitate, or stall. The MC can offer you a worse outcome, a hard bargain, or an ugly choice.
So, this is for the touching?
No, this is for me trying to get the kids out of the way.
Okay.
You said I had to roll either way,
Yes,
right?
yes, absolutely. So, you do. Let's see. I'm going to say that you do get them out of the way, but by you taking that action, you have regained the attention of the crossed, and he's now coming like in your direction towards you and the kids.
Sweet.
So now the cross is sort of chasing after.
Does he
Sid.
do anything with this knife like embedded in his head? Or is he just like
He hasn't
It's
yet.
in his shoulder.
It's in his
right?
shoulder.
oh, it's in
Actually,
his shoulder? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll make another like knife throw. I'll pull one out from my wherever and just throw it at him.
Okay. Again by force.
Yeah. 10.
Oh my fucking God. Look at this. 9, 10, 11. And it's not like you guys even have +3s or anything. It's like I had a +3 and I failed all the fucking time in Apocalypse World. Like, how in the hell?
Evan Masters
I don't
did have
know.
a rather unfortunate lifetime. That's very true.
So you do manage to hit with the knife, and I'm not even gonna ask you questions because you put it over the harm limit and this thing just kind of falls over.
Okay.
It's still like on the ground. I'm a fish out of water. It's like flapping around, and if there was ever a time to try to move on, it would be now.
Okay. As we walk off, I like stomp the knife further into his head and then walk off to hopefully either shut him up or just look badass. I don't know.
You're wearing a dress?
Yeah, but
yeah,
I've
are
got
you wearing
boots on.
sandals with that or something?
Yeah,
Oh
I've
yeah,
got boots
sure.
on.
Okay. mhm.
Okay.
I
okay.
showed the picture at the beginning of the show and said boots.
Okay.
Fucking
all right.
sandals trying to get me to become a cross and shit.
Hey, it's pretty easy.
I just thought I had better friends. Okay.
What do you do?
We keep going to the aquarium, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you reach the same door of the aquarium that the original 3, Sin, Amber, and Ransom went through. Shiv, this is a little bit new to you, considering that you had never been in there. And the door is open. What do you do?
I push the kids to go first.
I put my hands in front of the kids and say no, and I take my magnum and I I walk in, doing this shit.
I'm just staring at her. I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? What? Just
So-
sit the kids in.
As you enter in, you do hear like this small series of very sort of distinct explosions, and you do see a few more clouds of smoke over by the exact same area that you had checked this morning. But when you first go in, it's a very similar scene as to what you saw the first time. The fish, lots of files, no one to be found.
I yell out, "Old woman! Old woman, are you here?"
I gesture like,
Does this old
You
woman
could
have a
say it.
name?
I don't know that the old woman ever got a name. Or
we
they
never
ever-
asked her.
Yeah, we never asked for her name.
And you don't get any sort of immediate response. You do have, keep in mind, like a recap of what we're in, where the larger aquarium in the middle is still functional.
Right.
You've got the room, sort of, files and cabinets and all sorts of some kind of sort of bookkeeping. And then you've got the two hallways going down either side.
I yell down the east corridor, "Is anyone in here?"
No response.
Hey, Mitchell.
And you don't hear it.
Mitchell, what are we doing here? Can we go?
So, I'm fucking glad you asked, man. I forgot that I was fucking here too. Obviously, you could see that some things have gone wrong today, and I'd mentioned to you that we've been having a few more frequent attacks as of late, but nothing that I really was too concerned about. However, obviously, with the explosions, with the holes in the walls, and with what's going on here, I have a feeling we need to secure the perimeter and assess the damage.
How in the fuck did you run? Okay, we got to go see if they're coming in the hole or how the fuck they're getting in.
And as you kind of say that, you do hear maybe some noises similar to like what you heard earlier, the fish preparation, maybe like a knife on a chopping board down the east hallway. But Mitchell asked you, what do you have in mind, Shiv?
Mitchell, are you deaf? I just fucking told you. Can we get out of this aquarium and go look at the hole, or at least
I walk
Go
down
back to
the
the
east
camp?
corridor carefully.
Okay. As you, so Shiv and Mitchell
We
start
just go back and
arguing.
forth, yeah.
Yeah, and as you do, Ransom starts to make her way down the hallway. You can distinctly hear the cutting of like the exact what you had heard earlier, but you can't really see anything as there's a corner at the end of the hallway.
I bring the children over to the aquarium and I start pointing out all the fish that I named earlier.
Okay, they're finally starting to settle down a little bit too.
I'm gonna follow Ransom.
Okay. We get to the corner, and I peek around.
You peek around and you see what you believe to be the old woman at her workstation. Looks like she's cutting fish.
She's gonna be across, you guys. Oh my god, I can't do this.
It's like one of those scary video games where you're just like, you turn the corner, you're like, please be not a zombie.
Oh god.
I'm just gonna turn around and bite your face off.
Yeah, I prepare for the shot just in case. And I go, "Excuse me."
Will you roll under fire?
2d6
trusted her.
plus hard,
Plus
right?
the hard because you have battle hardened. Jesus
Nine.
Christ. Oh my gosh. Okay. You do okay, so you are you're successful in sort of approaching. However, as you are very sort of silently approaching, and as you say, what did you say again?
Excuse me,
Excuse me.
with my gun up.
You start to hear this like hee 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 hee, and as she turns around, you could see that she is indeed filleting something, but she's like filleting thick slices of skin off of her own arm, and she's like, got to feed the crust. And the moment that she sort of sees you, she goes at you. Now, you did sneak up on her, but this sort of shocks you, and you fall backwards on your ass.
And while
I literally fall on my butt.
You're just sort of like taken back. So Maggie's behind you.
Okay.
Maggie, maybe you could do a help roll, and instead of
Yeah.
taking a +1 forward, you can catch.
Oh, yeah, I'll try to catch her so she doesn't fall. What am I rolling?
So
to
do
that?
a 2d6 +1, because like everyone has one history just for knowing them.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask. All right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fail! She like
Oh
knocks
my
me
gosh.
over too.
Yeah, we both fall, man. I'm so
like
sorry.
her guns are so big, it just
So
Yeah,
me.
my grenade launcher
much
goes
for me.
right into your face. And we both just like,
that's exactly what happens, Ransom. Like it fall backwards. You see Sin kind of go, and one side of the rocket launcher kind of sticks into her side, and you both flock backwards. And I mean, thankfully, Granny Crossed is at least like as fast as she was before Crossed, right? So she's coming at you slowly, but she's obviously coming at you with the knife. What do you do?
I yell down the corridor, "Get the kids out of here! There's a cross here!"
When I hear that, I go, another cross? And I just grab my gun and run straight there.
I immediately, as she leaves, I go around and like put my hands around the kids, and then we'll come back.
I'm trying to
I don't
get
trust you with the kids.
Ransom off of me
Every
so that I
time.
can get up.
Okay, so sorry. So JP's terrorizing the kids again.
Right.
Sin, what did you say you were doing?
I'm trying to get Ransom off me.
Okay,
so I can-
let's actually. So as you two are trying to get up, let's have. Amber, you said that you were coming in.
Kaitlyn?
Oh,
Amber?
yes. I'm running.
So what do you do?
Do I have time to take a shot on the old woman?
Yes, you would.
And alternatively, can I... No, I'm not very strong. I don't think I could drag both of them back further.
So you're gonna try to do what?
Is there anything I could do to aid them? Because if I roll to aid, I just feel like I couldn't help both of them, I don't think.
You could, yeah, I would say that would just, if you wanted to try to help them out of the situation, you would be doing something under fire.
But I could help
Might
both
as well
of them.
just shoot, man.
Yeah, I think, you know what, Amber already wants to shoot. So the moment that Amber sees that there's a cross there, she gleefully just goes straight for it, doesn't even get into position. So is it under fire or seized by force?
So seized by force. A 7. Okay, so
Choose two, right?
you do, yes, you choose to. Take definite hold of it, suffer little harm, inflict terrible harm, or you impress, dismay, or frighten your enemy.
I'll go with the last one, and I'll say that I frighten the enemy. And I'll go with the third one, which is the harm one, I think.
You inflict terrible harm?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do manage to hit. And old Granny just, I've not been hit like that since I was a little girl. And your hit like didn't seem to have much of a negative effect in terms of frightening this woman at all. And while you did inflict a good amount of damage, what weapon were you using?
The 9mm.
Okay, 9mm. Okay. Um. So I think you're gonna be safe there. Um, it does a little bit of harm to her, and she is still coming at you. In fact, the shot kind of like drops her down. She does drop the knife, but now she's sort of going for Ransom's leg. What do you do?
Do I still have the
Are we still on
magnum
the
in my
ground?
hand, right?
Yeah, you do. I'm sorry.
Are we still on the ground?
Yes.
Are we up yet?
Okay, so she's
Dude,
like
get
at our
that
level
bum
now,
up
right?
so I can get up.
Oh, am I on you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Oh God, what do I do then? If I get up, then I'm just moving toward Granny.
You gotta like kick her or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I aid her in kicking?
We just like do this double team where you just like push me up and I just right in the face.
As
All right.
you two are sort of like squirming, you know,
I
a
rolled a
little bit
7.
on the ground. Okay, and we'll deal you 7. Was that to what? Get her off you?
Assist.
Okay.
No, to assist
to
her and
assist.
trying to like kick the.
Okay.
The
As
crazy
as
granny
you
stuff.
are kind of happening, suddenly through the door in which that you guys entered the aquarium, 2 more crossed rush in, and one of them's like, "Moby's dick, Moby's dick. I'm gonna find Moby's dick." And then he sees you and the twins, Shiv, and so you just Amber and Ransom and Sin, you rolled to help. So Ransom, are you going to kick this thing off you, take another shot?
Yeah, kick it off.
Okay.
Right, because I gotta get up.
Sure. So
So she
why
can
don't
leave.
you actually roll aggro on this to like kind of get it off?
Okay, what do I?
It is
add?
a roll
But it's
plus
like right by your
hard.
foot too. You could shoot it.
You could.
2d6 plus hard.
Yes.
Yeah, I could just, huh?
Yeah. Right in the face. I mean, it's right at your foot, right?
Yeah.
Close range. But yeah.
But the blood's gonna spray like all over us because we're so close to it.
all over you. You're on top of me.
Yeah, that's true. You'll be fine. I'll turn into a crazy crust and you'll be fine.
That's right. And you're not wearing much clothes, so.
Yeah. I'll kick her off me. Yeah.
Oh
Right?
my god! Have you
Right?
had a
Dodger
roll?
hasn't failed.
Actually, Dodger would be fucking horrible at this
Oh
game
my
because
gosh.
the only way you get XP is by failing. You would be level 1 forever.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So you get 3, which is, I'm sorry, you get actually no, they have to force your hand. It's like cave in, do what you
I
want.
think
Okay.
you're thinking Dungeon
did it.
World, JP. I mean, we.
What for? What?
You're thinking Dungeon World because Apox works where if you use a highlighted skill, you get XP.
Oh, right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. I was thinking.
No problem.
Thank you.
Just throwing out the facts.
No, that was good that you corrected me on that one. So you do manage to kick it off you. You get it the hell off your way. So you kind of disarm her momentarily, and it does allow you guys to get up if that's what you choose to do.
Sick. Yeah, that's what I want.
Okay.
Nice.
So meanwhile, these 2 crossed have come in, and JP, you're with the twins. Mitchell is there, but he is taken by surprise, and both cross are heading right for him.
For
It's
him?
fucking useless.
For
The
Mitchell.
worst.
It is, though.
I'm not the
Okay.
fucking worst. I run this goddamn community.
No.
Was
man.
Tigger the one that I cut already?
Yeah. Tigger's the handsome one
Yeah.
that you cut. Yeah.
I like spin a dagger
Handsome
off
noble.
from my garter belt and like literally just stab him straight in the chest and then just throw him over to the cross. And then I walk out of the room.
Oh my god.
Wait. Can you?
None of us even saw that happen either.
You
I-
want? To,
We'll never know.
I
We'll think the
stab
crowd's
Tigger in
not
the
it.
chest to save myself, so they focus on him, and I push him across the room towards him, towards the two crossed, in between Mitchell and the two crossed, and then I walk out of the room to the hallway.
okay.
Do I need to roll for that?
I want you to roll. I mean, you know what?
It's a small child. It's not really gonna put up much of a fight.
Do it under fire. Do it under fire.
Okay.
Yeah, this one could probably be rolled 1,000 different ways.
Roll plus cool. What is my cool? It is 1. 9.
Okay. Let's see. On a 9, you flinch, hesitate, or stall. You do not flinch, hesitate, or stall. In fact, it is almost scary in which the ice coldness just runs through your veins, and without hesitation, you stab Tigger in the chest and toss Tigger towards the cross. Now, interestingly enough, Mitchell goes, "What the fucking shit, you fucking fucker!" And he pulls out his 9mm and takes a shot at you.
Okay.
What do you do?
Hold on 1 second.
Hello.
I literally just like take off the two spaghetti straps on my dress and just like drop them to the ground. I just stare
You're
at
not
Mitchell.
naked.
Oh God, he just has boots on though, so he's not completely naked.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that gives me command their absolute attention. If you choose, you can exempt individual people by name. Yeah, I just do that and then exempt the two kids, Tigger and
Tigger's
Peter.
dead, dude.
Okay.
he
so,
might. I mean,
So
it's pretty
wait,
attractive
wait.
body. So
wait, how does that work with multiple targets, JP?
it works on every target, I guess. So I guess the cross just focused on me as well. I don't know their names, so I can't exempt them unless you let me. I don't know how I would do that.
Okay. So read to me exactly what the skill says one more time.
It says, when you remove a piece of clothing, your own or someone else's, no one can see. No one who can see you can do anything but watch. You command their absolute attention. If you choose, you can exempt individual people by
Okay.
name.
You can just rip somebody else's clothes off and be like, "Pay attention to me," and everybody will.
Well, the idea behind the
Fucking
class
weird.
is that you do it like seductively, so that people have like a sexual interest in whatever you're
they're
removing
like,
from
oh, what's
someone
going
else.
on over there?
Yeah.
I
Right.
see.
Yeah.
So does it say you don't have to roll a seduce then?
No, I just straight up do it. That's
Okay.
what it is.
Okay. So yes. Everyone takes notice of you, including Tigger, who after being
No, I exempt
thrown-
them too. I exempt the two childs.
including Tigger, who after being thrown at the cross was quickly stabbed about 20 or 30 more times amidst clown-like laughter between the two cross.
Nice.
And you actually see the like scarring of the cross just form on Tigger's face, like as Tigger is getting stabbed. And she literally goes from like a look of horror and death to just like a look of glee. And despite being stabbed over 30 times and obviously bleeding out, Tigger is also coming at you along with these two crossed. Now,
Do I
Damn it,
still have a
JP.
pistol at my head?
Mitchell's like holding a gun to you right now.
I guess I want to try to attack him and go aggro, but I would have to do something under fire and successfully roll that, right?
For aggro, what would your action be?
I want to cut off his trigger finger, like whatever finger he has on there.
That's that's aggro, I'll say.
Okay. Is that aggro or is that seized by force?
Well, I mean, technically, seized by force is more violent acts, but in this case, I would imagine that you're somewhat disarming him, so we can call it a go aggro.
Okay, so roll plus hard. 2d6 plus 2. 8. I
I
can choose
can't
one.
choose one.
Get the hell out of my way.
Okay.
And then I do that and I leave if I can. And walk down the
Okay.
corridor.
Walk down which court? The one that everyone else is in?
Yes.
Okay.
And as I'm doing that, I'm trying my best to like shut the doors behind me, but I can't barricade it. Or anything.
There is no door. There's the door that the cross came into, and then the hallways.
Okay, yeah.
So-
I'll
Yeah,
just
we're
walk
just
in the
in the
hallways.
open hallway right now.
Oh, okay.
Mitchell drops his gun, and you do manage to, cut off his finger, and immediately the Cross and Tigger start going for Mitchell, and he actually reaches out and he's like, "You fucking fucker! I should have never let you into this fucking place." And as you're backing down, girls, the granny crossed is she's starting to sort of get up and get her footing again. What do you do?
Shoot her.
Okay. Please cease by force.
Eight. That was the worst roll we've ever seen from Ransom.
I know.
That is my worst roll so far.
Choose two. You take definite hold of it. You suffer little harm. You inflict terrible harm. You impress, dismay, or frighten your enemy.
I inflict terrible harm, and what is taking control of the situation?
So, why don't you just do it, and I'll tell you.
Nothing.
I
if you
take
mean.
control of the situation.
All right, so you really did take control of the situation, because as Granny Cross was getting up and she is starting to cackle and turn around, you actually, knowing that as close as you were, that your gun blast could infect all three of you, you sort of kick her into the furthest you can of the hallway before you take the shot, and it just opens up her back. In fact, you might even feel like you can see her heart still beating as you look into the hole. But Granny has definitely been dispatched, and you did kick her far enough that the blood didn't spray back on you.
Is there an exit in the room that she was in?
No,
Is there-
there's dead fish and a dead Granny Crossed.
Oh, that's my second question. No. Is there an exit down the corridor that we can see?
The only exit is where you came from, that leads back to the aquarium room. And as you start to head back, actually some of the fish that were laid out there, they just start like flapping uncontrollably, and it's like this super creepy
I take
thing.
out my knife and I start stabbing them.
As
And I
this-
also, before that, I said, "Nice shot" to Ransom.
So
And there's no window either?
there's no window. There's no window. So you have one way back out. Now, JP, you're sort of backing into this hallway. The Cross have now kind of gone on to Mitchell. And Mitchell is, "You fucking asshole, Shiv. Fucking naked bitch." As he's just having just flesh ripped from his body, and soon that he's probably going to turn. But for the moment, the Crossed and Tigger are focused on Mitchell.
Okay.
To Sin and Ransom and say, we need to get the car. The cars. Yeah, both of them. That'd be good. We need to get them. Both of them.
I nod.
Do I
And
see
we
them yet, by the way? When I turn the corner, do I see the party?
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of like heading into the hallway, so you're eventually going to like back up into them, right? Like, yeah, you could probably turn around. Oh, you're right there.
Okay.
Nice
The
ass.
hallway is about 20 feet, and then there's the curve around, and then there's about another 10 feet. Probably should have drawn it, but
Okay. So I guess when I back into them, I'm just like, "Hey, y'all, Mitchell's right outside with the two kids, but he's got that handled. Let's go the other way."
There's
no
no
other
other way.
There's no other way. All right. You got that grenade launcher handy?
Yeah, but we're in a corridor, so any explosion or fire is going to.
Maybe you could like launch it
Wind up
into a
hitting us.
room and it'll open like a back exit for us.
You know, that's the smartest idea you've ever had. Blow a hole in that fucking wall, if you will. Just like point behind us.
Why don't we go out the way that we came?
Mitchell's posted up over there. He's got it handled. I'll go get him. You guys work on the hole.
What do we hear? We hear stuff, right? Like, obviously.
You hear, yes, you definitely hear stuff. In fact, not only can you hear
Does he look suspicious? He's naked. I mean,
yeah, right. Like, so Shiv
Like,
is
what's
totally naked.
going on here?
You hear what is obvious. I mean, you have grown accustomed to the sounds of the cross. This is like, slurping guts and crushing bones and moaning and cackling. And the one thing that stands out over the top of it is you hear Peter screaming at the top of his lungs.
When I hear that and they hear that, I'm just like, oh no, I guess Peter's in trouble. Blow a hole in the wall, goddammit.
I run back into the main room.
So as you run back into the main room, what you see is first Peter, because his screams are just piercing. It's hard to even think or concentrate just with this shrieking, high-pitched noise going through. But then immediately you see Mitchell, who is, unconscious as surely across, sort of being dismantled by these guys. In fact, one of them has just gone completely flipped Mitchell over and is just sodomizing him while the other two cheer on. And at the door, you see a few more cross starting to come in. Like, obviously there's commotion and they're being attracted to it.
Ransom, get the fuck back in here and open the door.
But Peter, can we save Peter?
I'll get you some new kids when we get outside. We'll find some more. It's good.
Oh yeah, I think kids like all the time. No, trust me.
Yeah, she finds them all the time. It's fucking weird, but we let it happen.
Peter's done for, right? He's getting messed
there's
up.
no way. He's got to be like messed up, right?
Like,
probably. I think that's him screaming. Hold on.
So
as
you guys are peeking in here, I mean, you see Peter just screaming like he's 10 feet away from where you were at. He's completely paralyzed with fear and he's just screaming. There are at least two more, you're not even sure, cross that have come in. And now you've got Mitchell, who is unconscious but crossed, two crossed on him, as well as Tigger.
Is anybody willing to run in and grab him while I blow open a hole in that wall?